In the vast expanse of human existence, we are often caught in the web of society's expectations, pulled in directions that are not our own. But what if I told you that true freedom, true happiness, lies not in following the paths laid out by others, but in forging your own? This is the paradox that lies at the heart of human desires. We have the power to act, yet often the desires we act upon are not truly our own. We are shaped by the world around us, by society, by the expectations of our families, by the images we see in the media. From the moment we are born, we are told what is valuable, what is worthy of pursuit. Success, fame, wealth, beauty. These external markers of value are thrust upon us. Yet, in this pursuit, we lose touch with what we truly want. We follow others' paths, seeking what they deem valuable, rather than what resonates with our own soul. Think of the hours wasted in comparison, measuring our lives against the curated, often distorted lives of others. This is the danger of living for others, of trying to fit into a mold that is not our own. True freedom comes when we stop following these external desires and instead listen to our own inner voice. One might ask, what is the harm in living as others expect? To this, I answer, the world is my idea. What I mean is, our experience of the world is not fixed. It is shaped by our perceptions, our thoughts, and our desires. And yet, when we conform to the expectations of society, we allow others to define this world for us. In these moments, we become like puppets, tied to the strings of societal norms. We cease to experience the world as it truly is, and instead see it through the distorted lens of others' values. When we live only to meet society's expectations, we are not truly living. We are merely existing, performing roles, fulfilling demands that do not belong to us. True liberation comes when we break free from these external pressures and begin to see the world as our own. When we reject the idea that happiness must be achieved through external validation, and instead we find it within ourselves. Life is but a fleeting moment, a brief span of time in the grand march of the universe. How foolish it would be, then, to squander it chasing the hollow desires imposed upon us by others. True fulfillment comes not from external achievements, but from aligning our actions with our innermost will, our own desires and principles. This will is not something given to us by society. It is something inherent within us. It is the true force that guides us, and it is the only force that can lead us to genuine contentment. To live authentically is to align oneself with this inner will, to act not according to the desires of others, but to the true desires that come from within. This is the only way to make life truly sweet. Understand this. To live for others is a form of slavery. It is perhaps the most profound trap of all, to live your life constantly striving to please others, to meet their expectations, to satisfy their needs. Yet, in doing so, you lose your freedom, your autonomy. You lose yourself. In this endless quest for approval, we become slaves to the opinions of others. The joy of living becomes replaced by the anxiety of meeting external standards. But true contentment comes when we liberate ourselves from the constant need to be validated by others. When we begin to live for ourselves and embrace the life we have chosen, that is when we find freedom. It is said, a man who has nothing to do, or who is alone, will discover many things about himself. In solitude, we are forced to confront our true selves, free from the noise of the world. It is here, in silence, that we can reconnect with our own will and desires. Here, we can hear our own thoughts, untainted by the voices of others. Solitude is not loneliness. It is an opportunity for self-discovery. In solitude, we can finally ask ourselves, what do I truly want from life? What path shall I walk? When we embrace solitude, we gain the clarity to live by our own values and not the values imposed upon us by others. So, how can one begin to live according to their own principles? How can one free themselves from the expectations of others? It starts with introspection, asking yourself, what do I truly desire? Is this the life I am living, or is it the life others expect of me? Start by shedding the layers of expectation, the masks you wear to please others, and seek the path that feels authentic to your soul. Do not chase what others deem important. True freedom lies in choosing your own path, following your desires, and finding fulfillment in living authentically. Remember, life is short. The time to live for yourself is now. Break free from the expectations of others. Seek not the approval of the world, but the satisfaction of living in accordance with your own will. And in doing so, you will find a happiness that no one can take away, a contentment that comes only from living authentically.